and welcome to At His Pace. Today we are going to be talking about the power of the apology. Now, what does that mean? Of course, we understand that apologizing is accepting or admitting to the person that you are in relationship with that you have somehow committed a wrong, a spiritual or emotional felony, and that you are owning up to that and you are willing to take credit for it, if you will, and to do penance for it if you must. There is power in the ability to humble yourself to apologize. And what I'd like to believe is that in our latter years, did you just yawn?
No,
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
Hmm.
You did. I would like to believe in our latter
I'm
years.
sorry.
I would like to believe in our latter years that we have matured enough to realize that the intense fellowship that we have, the arguments that we have, are not as important as who can be the bigger person and apologize first. I would love to say that it's me all the time, but I can't. But I'm getting there. And I realize at this point, I'm not going anywhere. And so if I'm not going anywhere, I might as well do what I can to make amends and try to make things right in our relationship. It's your turn now. Don't yawn.
So I think sometimes when you think that you're right, you don't necessarily feel as though you need to apologize. And I think the gist of what we're discussing is not necessarily who's right or wrong, but can you make the environment suitable enough that you can have better dialogue. And so sometimes you need get to bring the tone down. You need to just to recognize your involvement in the situation. So even if I'm right with my tone and I'm loud and I'm being very stubborn, I need to recognize the role that I play in it. And so it always takes two. And so I have to be man enough to recognize that my role of agitating or whatever the case may be to getting Ron to be off her point, I have to apologize for that. And I have to recognize my role in that. It's not always easy because you don't want to do it, but most of the time the Holy Spirit will correct me if I tend to find myself kind of out of line. And so I just want to get, like, let's just get beyond this and let's build from this and let cooler heads prevail.
And I think that I've heard this said, and I think that this is very important. It's if you have decided that you're going to stay married, at the end of the day, it's do you want to be right or do you want to be reconciled with your spouse? And I think that the more mature person says that is this really worth it? Is my stance, is my desire, is my need, is my want more important than the relationship? And I know that's hard, and a lot of times that takes sacrifice. And there are many times in a relationship where you will feel like you are the only one that is sacrificing. You're the only one every time that has to give up so much. And if that's true, I would encourage you to evaluate yourself, but also evaluate your relationship and determine how you can navigate this if you are going to stay. If you're going to stay in a relationship where everything is one sided all the time, then you are going to have to partner with God and some good, wise counsel to figure out how to stay in that thing. It does take two, like Mark said, and it is very hard for one person to always feel like they are carrying the load, the emotional load, the peace of your relationship. If you're not in this together, it's very difficult. But do understand that sometimes it just makes more sense to apologize, squash things, and get it out of the way so you all can move on to bigger and better and greater things in life. Life is too short to be stuck on
Who's right or wrong?
Who's right or wrong. But I'm always right. Go ahead.
And so I think you just have to recognize the role that you play in it and be accountable for that. Uh, Hold true to who you are as a person, and let God do the whooping of the other person. It's not my role to I used to think I had to put, you know, stuff in place and put, hey, this is my voice and this is how I feel. But I just speak my piece, and if I'm out of line, I apologize, and I let God handle that.
You're never out of line.
Oh, sometimes I am.
Yeah, you are.
Really? And so I'll let God handle that, and then I'll just handle myself and do what I know I need to do.
But as you grow and mature, know that there is power in just saying, I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Please forgive me for this. I apologize. There are different apology languages that we can get into one day, but just know that you have power. In fact, I'll say it like this. When you apologize, you do have the upper hand. You do have the power because you are relinquishing your desire to win so that your relationship can win. Okay, I'm done.
That's it. Be well and be blessed.